Performance plus deal registration. By now, you've heard of what our new deal registration program at Nutanix is. It's one of the foundational elements of our new Elevate Partner Program. So let's dive into it. First, though, let's talk about some of the guiding principles of how Nutanix defines a deal registration program. You can see here that we defined a deal registration specifically about helping our go-to-market model, and it protects the integrity and relationships that we have with our partners. And it drives an open, a fair, and a consistent engagement with our partners. That is the true north of how we define deal registration. And as a result, there's some benefits that come from that. The first one is around, obviously, partner margins. So one of the biggest drivers of a deal registration is to protect the investments that our partners make. And the way that we do that is through providing some pricing advantages to a partner that holds a performance plus deal registration versus a partner that doesn't. And as a result, partners should be able to potentially capture more margin at time of sale. The second big attribute is specifically to sales alignment. So this is where we connect our field organizations. Deal registration does a great job of making sure that field teams, both at our partners and inside of Nutanix, are fully aligned. We understand which partners are the best in those particular accounts. We understand who the people are that are working on those opportunities, who has relationships. And it really does help foster collaboration throughout that sales process between both selling organizations. And then finally, it limits competition. So it reduces the amount of conflict, thereby providing to one partner an advantage over another one. Therefore, we're able to reduce some of the conflicts that may arise when multiple partners are trying to create or work on a similar, if not the same deal. And this, of course, also helps drive partner loyalty. So those are the big reasons why Nutanix has a deal registration program. And as we thought about performance plus deal registration and what it meant, we wanted to make sure that these elements were captured in the design of our new deal registration program. So a couple things, a few highlights exactly what's going on. So the first thing is that our new performance plus deal registration is going to provide exactly the pricing advantage that a partner that holds the performance plus deal registration has over partners that don't hold a performance plus deal registration. So no longer is there ambiguity. No longer is there unknown markups and or registrations and or differences in terms of pricing. We will publish that and provide that directly to our partners so they understand exactly what the pricing advantage is on every deal that they work on with Nutanix. We're introducing two new concepts. One is called SID and the other is called MID. So SID is a channel-initiated deal. This is where our partners, you, bring us deals. You've got the relationship with the customer. You've provided the details to us through our registration portal. We accept those particular opportunities to work with you on those, and subsequently we provide a very high partner pricing advantage, and we'll talk about that in a second. We also have Nutanix-initiated deals. So this is where a Nutanix seller has identified a customer, they've created the opportunity, they've built it themselves in our Salesforce instance, and they assign it to a partner. And then we provide still pricing advantages here, but it'll be less than what we see in SID. A couple key points to point out is that number one is that on the MID is that our Nutanix reps are required to identify and assign partners to MIDs early in the sales process. So it will not be a situation where at the very last second the partner is identified. The partner will be identified very, very early in that selling process, again, to ensure that we have alignment and we reduce conflict. And then also as it relates to SID, many of the new rebates that you'll see in the Elevate program were actually built around CID, so channel-initiated deals. And through the Elevate presentations that you'll be seeing, you'll get more details regarding which of those rebates will actually be tied to channel-initiated deals. Okay, so very simple pricing operation, very known pricing advantages, SID and MID, new concepts, either Nutanix or channel-initiated deals, and then very early in the sales process of identifying partners, and then of course with channel-initiated deals, some specific rebates that surround that particular operation. So let's take a look at how this will actually work. So let's take a channel-initiated deal. So you can see on the blue line, there's a prospect. They reach out to our partner. Partner registers the deal with Nutanix. We're not working on that deal. It's brand new to us. We identify it as a channel-initiated deal. We approve that channel-initiated deal by that partner, and subsequently we award them the Performance Plus deal registration. We will then work with the partner and their distributor to work through the various pricing discussions and then determine the pricing that is needed in order to win that business. That would be the Performance Plus deal registration pricing. Again, keep in mind that all pricing is based off of distribution by pricing. Partners will negotiate directly with their distributors for their final price. But in this particular instance, the partner who's holding that Performance Plus deal registration has a SID, so a channel-initiated deal, and they will then be rewarded with a pricing advantage over other partners. So in that case, another partner, partner B, in the green line shows up. They too try to register this deal. Nutanix does not approve that, so they will not be the holder of the Performance Plus deal registration. And subsequently, they will actually get a price that is based off of the initial approved pricing that will be 30% net price higher. So now the partner that is holding the Performance Plus deal registration will have a 30% pricing advantage compared to the other partners. Very, very simple to calculate. It's based off of the total contract pricing, total contract value, and it'll be a 30% pricing advantage over subsequent partners. Same thing holds true if another partner comes along and also tries to register that particular opportunity. They will be denied, and their price as well will be based off of a 30% net price markup compared to the actual approved pricing that the partner who holds the Performance Plus deal registration has. So let's summarize that. So it's based off of net price, net TCV, the Nutanix net price. It's not based off of list price. It's not based off of margin. It's very simply based off of a net price advantage. The partner that holds the SID, any and all other partners that try to register that same deal will be denied the Performance Plus deal registration, and in turn, they will be given a price that is 30% higher net price than the partner that holds the Performance Plus deal registration. Very simple operation, very easy to calculate. Let's move on and take a look at what a NID looks like. Similar process, but again, there's a prospect. The Nutanix rep knows the account. The Nutanix rep is selling into the account, whatever it may be. They actually will instigate a NID very early in the sales process at Nutanix. As I mentioned earlier, they will not be waiting till the very last second. They will actually be identifying a partner that has either the best value, has similar relationships, maybe the customer has different types of other solutions they're looking at that the partner specializes in, whatever it may be. But the Nutanix sales rep will actually select the qualified VAR and then assign a NID to that VAR. In turn, they will be working with the distributor partner and the partner to identify the appropriate pricing needed to win the business. Same thing, partner B comes along. They do not have the Performance Plus deal registration. In this case, it's been assigned to the partner in blue. We will not give them a Performance Plus deal registration, and in turn, they will have a 10% higher net price compared to the partner that's holding the Performance Plus deal registration. Same thing happens if another partner comes along. So partner C, exact same operation. And partner 2 will be at a 10% pricing uplift compared to the partner that actually holds the Performance Plus deal registration. So in summary, it is also still a net price advantage. It's just at a 10% level. So partner A that holds the Performance Plus deal registration will have a better price than partner B or C, where they will have actually a 10% higher markup compared to the partner that's holding the Performance Plus deal registration. Let's take a look at what that actually looks like as it relates to how the operations perform. So here's an example. We'll call this one a SID. So it's a channel-initiated deal. You can see here that the full deal value is $125,000. Of that $125,000, $100,000 is represented of the Nutanix total contract value, and $25,000 is represented by the hardware cost. We only provide deal registration markup advantages on Nutanix total contract value. So if we follow along where you see the SID approved by price is at $100,000, that's the distributor price of $100,000, and the hardware is $25,000. When the next partner comes along and provides and is asking for a deal registration and is denied, they will be given in turn a price of $130,000 on the actual Nutanix TCV, or a 30% markup. So therefore, you can see the pricing advantage that the SID approved buy price holder has versus the non-approved buy price has. Hardware is a pass-through, so each of them represent $25,000. So you can see in the case of this negotiation, the partner that is holding the SID, their distributor will be buying it at $125,000, and the next partner that asks for pricing that does not hold the Performance Plus deal registration will be given a price of $155,000. So that's a 30% markup over the TCV of the partner that's holding Performance Plus deal registration, whereas the hardware is a pass-through, and there's no advantages provided on the hardware. Very simple pricing advantage that we're able to calculate very easily, and that our partners absolutely be able to calculate as well. A couple other things to point out. We do have a Performance Plus dashboard. This is operational today, so as you log into the Nutanix portal, you'll be able to see all of your deal registrations. You can see ones that are approved, you can see ones that are still pending, you can see when ones are set to expire, you can ask for additional pending approvals, you can ask for extensions, lots of different operation here in this very simple view of all things related to Performance Plus deal registration for our partners. So let's summarize. A couple things going on. So we have now shown a very, very simple way to provide a pricing advantage from a partner that holds the Performance Plus deal registration versus a partner that does not. The partner that does not will have a 30% markup over the partner that holds the Performance Plus deal registration in the case of a SID. And in the case of a NID, that pricing advantage will be 10%. It's very simple. There's not a lot of heavy lift, not a lot of hard math to get that 30 or 10%. As partners register deals or assign deals, those emails will be sent directly to them, so you'll know right away if you've been awarded a SID or you've been invited to a NID. It's very simple from a field perspective to set these particular capabilities through some of the new tools that Nutanix has to be able to figure out the net pricing over one partner or the other. And then finally, from a classification perspective, so we are requiring that every deal that Nutanix works on has either a SID or a NID, and all of those happen very, very early in the sales process. So either a partner registers a deal and it is accepted as a SID, or the Nutanix rep creates a NID in the cases of opportunities that they have identified without a partner involved. Also keep in mind that many of the rebates that I've already talked about that you'll see on the Elevate trainings actually are tied to SID, specifically on the channel-initiated deals. So keep that in mind, that SIDs are very, very important to Nutanix and obviously very important to our partners. So again, I'd like to thank you. I'd like to thank you for your opportunity and your attention towards Performance Plus deal registration. Hope you're as excited as we are, and good luck with Elevate and good luck with the following year. Thank you very much.